Good evening, people. What's cooking? Give me a customary minute while I click some stuff off screen and then we'll get started. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Make sure video's going to Twitch. Gotta find my text date. No, my Halloween Forever files. I'm doing Halloween Forever stuff tonight. Gonna do some little animation. Pixel art action. Work on this guy. Switch over. I think this. Unmute. Chestner, Sick Acorn. What's up, dudes? Yeah, we got picture. We got real image, real live image. Hey guys. What's cooking? I got my hot tea. Got my spooky tunes. I think we're ready to go. This is brand new news. Did you guys see? I didn't even realize this was going out today. Did you guys see this? Let me hide the video preview. Also go crazy. Check this out. We did a little informal Q&A interview with Playboy, and they pulled some sick Death State quotes into there. Yeah, man, I'm totally stoked. Hey, thanks for the host. I didn't change my. I don't have a hosting GIF. All my other notifications have actual things. I'm trapped with the default zombie for now. Actually, no. Let me fix it. I'm just setting up Twitch alerts, and I don't really know what I'm doing. No! I didn't mean to press that button. Sorry, hang on. I'm goofing. Hosting alerts. Change image. We'll just make that Pumpkin Man running for now. I have to save it. Save settings. Sorry guys, pardon the dust. There we go. That's better. 43 viewers. Yeah, I wish. Bureau Dog, what's up, dude? Hey guys, what's cooking? Sick Acorn, man, thanks. Aw, you guys are hosting. That's so cool. How are you guys? I'm trying to think. Who was I talking to about? Oh yeah. No, I was talking to Indie Luchador. Was like that big blue guy that you had working. Or you had in your sprites was you got really excited by seeing this guy. So I figure I'm excited by him too. And I've been doing a lot of enemy concepts lately, and I haven't animated any of these or programmed them except for like the bosses, like the Red Devil is in, and this Necromancer guy's in. But no, Chester, you've got like the good baby steps thing going. It's all good, man. But I think I'm gonna start animating this bad dude, big boy right here. And I think I'm gonna keep it sort of old school for me. I'm just gonna I'm gonna animate it in Photoshop instead of switching over to a sprite, just because I like fiddling around with A-Sprite, but I want to just do my old Photoshop process and see how that goes. What's my canvas size in this thing? 512. Not gonna need the full 512 by 512, but let's make it that size anyway. Oh man. Ren1, thanks man. How are you doing, dude? A cool collection of homies. Some sick dudes. Yeah, and that's the other thing too. Chestnut, I'm really glad I got to come hang out in your stream. That's something I'm trying to do more, is actually like spend some more time just hanging out on Twitch and just like checking out other people's channels. I'm kind of bad about community stuff. Usually I'm just like trying to make something and I think I'm trying to just make sure that, you know, even on like Twitter, spending more time just doing that. Did I see Skippy? We'll see. Sick Acorn. I found out. I started talking to Chestnut just on Twitter because he was doing, you know, some Death State runs, and then, you know, I've been meaning to check his stuff out just because, you know, Death State respect. But then what was I doing last night? Yeah, I was actually just sitting down here and getting ready to start some work, and I saw that he had started to do. He did his pixel art stuff. So I was like, hey, Chestnut's in creative. I want to go check that out. Oh, see what? Whoa! Hey, Windows. Don't have a cow. Big Blue. Make sure I save this. PSD entities. Big Blue. This guy might be some mini boss, something. Yeah, but it was nice, you know, got to chat about some Death State for a little bit, got to toss around some pixel art, process stuff, see what he was cooking on. Yeah, I really do, I agree with you, Chestnut, wholeheartedly. It's really nice. Where's the animation? Timeline? Timeline. There we go. Video timeline. Where is it? Timeline frame rate. It's 12 for now. Networking, yeah, man. It's the kind of thing, too, where I feel like Twitch, Twitter, any of these things, it's great if you're pushing content out onto these platforms, but it's also really, really good, and possibly even just the best if you're just hanging out and talking to people, doing real stuff. Sick Acorn. We made, so Death State is made in Unity, and all of the art was done in Photoshop for the most part. It's all just Photoshop pencil tool stuff. So a lot of what I'm going to be doing tonight with this guy will be pretty similar to some of like the boss animation process. Yeah, we like it. It's cool. I don't dev in Unity. I only do GameMaker, like some GML, but we I want to make sure that is opaque. We have enjoyed working with it so far. I gotta pull Matt into a chat sometime. because Matt is like the lead dev on Death State, and he did a lot of like the really foundation engine work and just a ton of work on it. Co-created the whole thing. Plus, like we had support from a lot of people too. Yeah. Unity is handy, and even Unity has like some built-in stuff for 2D, and then I think we rolled our own a little bit as far as 2D support. I think our Unity 2D engine is a little bit custom, but there are Unity 2D features. Yeah, I saw that. I definitely saw that typo. I was trying to make a joke about it by replying back to you with a typo. And we'll add that to our bug tracker for sure, man. Gotta tracker that. Yeah, sometimes you can't catch all the fine, the grammar finery. Half of like the inventory description things were written almost in kind of like stream of consciousness, just because we're like running around with our like chickens with our heads cut off. Like, we just gotta write content. Help. So. A couple little surprises snuck in, I'm sure. How overwhelming. I think so. I haven't played with the mummy too much, but I think he's got a damage buff when he's at low health. I think that is his shtick. Cool. Little footy jam. Yeah, I think while we were already kind of along stride with our 2D stuff, Unity introduced a little bit more. Or Unity's 2D engine or 2D support got a little bit more robust.
Steel and concrete. Computers and electronics barricade our minds.
But
it doesn't change the fact that there exist a lot of strange phenomena.
There's so many different ways to do it though. You know, like homebrew,
most folks just don't see them.
Their
That's
engine,
we cling to order,
whatever.
to
There's
any
a lot of ways to do it.
that comes our way, and we bust our humps to blind ourselves with our desires and our pleasures. There's a world of darkness out there, beyond time or space. A world filled with evil that is undeniably real. And in that world, there are things that run wild.
The delay, there's actually plenty of delay. I'm just prescient. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe maybe I'm just lucky and I don't have a ton of lag tonight. I feel like in the past I've had more laggy chat. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It might just be that I'm highly caffeinated tonight. I had a crazy day, man. We had a ton of snow in town yesterday. Yeah, there's something about I can't, like, I'm always using Twitch on Chrome at home, but Twitch on Chrome on OS X, it just doesn't, it like works fine in Windows, but on Mac I can't get a single stream to load unless I'm in incognito mode. And the only thing, I don't even have plugins that it's disabling. It just, all I know is it like it disables ad block, but yeah, it's really odd. I just want to, like, you know, check in when somebody's doing a Death State stream. Maybe. I had like one too many coffees today, and my stomach was like starting to go. I didn't know what happened to me. Just a little too potent. I couldn't handle the potence. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, we had crazy snow, like the town was shut down pretty much yesterday. Oh, the music? This is shit, who's it? I'm blanking on words. Oh, I don't want to update anything. Whoop. Perturbator, that's who I'm listening to. Huh. So we had all this insane snow, and then, you know, office was closed, and then we were back on today. And everybody was, you know, all the plowing happened, all of this and that. And I want to check out Mitch Murder now. But then, so we were going out to grab lunch, and I was walking over in the parking lot to where we were parked, and I was looking at the ground in the parking lot, and there was like a manhole, and then like a pothole next to the manhole, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. It's like the plow or the snow, you know, wrecked this thing enough, so now there's this big gap, and I just wasn't even thinking about it, and I stepped on the snow because I was like, I wonder how solid it is. Yeah, East Coast, upstate New York, and I stepped on this snow inside this pothole, and my leg just like went down all the way, and like before I knew it, I was like on one knee, and like my leg, like 3 feet of my leg was just in the parking lot, and everybody was like, holy shit, are you okay? What happened? You fell in? And something happened where just like the ground was like, the pavement was gone next to this manhole, and there was just like a deep hole. I almost lost my boot down it, and scraped up my leg. It was just this really screwed up thing. And I found like a 2-inch square wooden dowel by the trash, and I was able to pop that. I like just put this stick in there so somebody would see it, hopefully, and not, you know, plummet into this weird pit. And then when we came back from lunch, they had a crew over there that was busy working on fixing it up, but it was a really weird way to start at lunchtime. Hi, Kim. Yeah, I almost fell into a subterranean pit. Yeah, I had like a welt on my shin, and I have a scab there now, but other than that, that was like the worst of it. Little scabby leg. I nearly died. It was super scary. Whoop. Let me tell you a story about how I nearly die. And then I drank too much coffee and I felt sick, but now I feel better. So, you know, could have been the coffee, could have been the Moe's burrito. You never can tell. Let me his knee. Whoops. Yeah. Yeah, Chestnut, we had a really brutal, I mean, probably brutal for, you know, New York, but maybe for Iceland it was just typical. Last year was really intense as far as like cold, snow, and stuff goes, and it was just endless, and everybody had ice damming on their houses for months. But this year it hasn't been that bad. We just had one crazy snow yesterday, and other than that, it's been pretty gentle, a very gentle winter. I'll take this winter any year. Just give me one insane snow, that's all. Yeah, but we broke some records for, I think we got like 7th highest snow on record for the area yesterday, which is pretty cool. It was so crazy. Yeah, sorry, South. Your turn. You guys enjoy that snow. Good luck. Good luck, it sucks. Plus, like any area that isn't really accustomed to getting crazy snow, they lose their shit anytime they get it bad. I don't know what to do. I just move his leg back and forth. Yeah, I've seen. I mean, internet pictures. You can't really trust pictures on the internet, but it seems I've seen some good, not good, but pretty insane winter weather pics. I'm not a mean man. I'm not a sadist. Eurodog, how do you know a Rochester pal? Did they go to school here or? Got a good breathing boy. This is how I do most of my simple stuff. Just kind of moving a little bit. Yeah, I kind of want to have him do. Let me do a little. Let me borrow his head for a second. Whoop. I feel like he definitely needs to open his mouth up real big. So I'm going to grab a clean selection of it. La la la. He's not going to move around too much. That's good. This is like a weird somatic maybe response whenever I'm doing art stuff. I think a lot of artists get this where you're drawing somebody angry and then your face is suddenly like pissed off. You're drawing somebody happy and you're like, yeah, I'm drawing a happy thing. So like when I started moving his jaw down, my mouth went like like reflexively. You can't control it sometimes. But it's some of the stuff, you know, people will describe it. It's like kind of like acting. Like I have to kind of, you know, animators are always saying I have to do it to understand what's going on with the character. Yeah, he's probably gonna do a big ol' yell. Say yeah. There we go. That's cool. What did he? I don't want to pry details, but what did he study at RIT? All right, RIT's me with some details. Beam. Can you guys be content with that for now? Beam. Beam. Demon beam. Maybe. Yeah. Good old expression. make this canvas wider. Make it wider. Cool. This grid is annoying. File edit preferences. .24, 48, 56, 56 by, no, it's not. 24. Is it not? .72? What? Okay. Maths. Hypnotism business. That sounds great. I need to meet this guy. So good. Does he do corporate retreats? Gaze deep into my eyes. You're all getting a raise. Ha ha ha. Works every time. I'll come back. I might give him a little, like, little jaw movement. That's cool. Yeah. Gaze deep into my eyes. You want to start smoking. That's cool. That Monroe hypnotism is an extremely Rochester name. I love it. That's so Rochester. Super good. That's cool, dude. Actually. Alright, so he's gonna like rear back, puff his chest out, and then like spit beams or imps or something. Maybe I should probably have a couple kind of attacks. Oh, you know, it'd be really nice. I would love for him to like rip a chunk of the ground out, like the Hulk. He's got these big, strong arms. These big, strong, manly arms. It's gotta do something macho. Big demonic macho move. Yay. Monroe hypnotism. Whoop. He's probably gonna bend his horn back a little bit. Like that. That'll help him get up a little higher. Yeah, Halloween Forever is it's a very, very retro-inspired platformer. People have described it as like old school difficult. It's hard if it's hard maybe like the first couple times you play it, but then like once you know what's going on, everything is super pattern based. So you can, like, if you're just running through the game right now with the content that's in there, if you're just kind of gunning for the ending, no secrets, you can actually clear it in like 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. So I'm working on adding a lot more content. That's mostly what we've been doing for now. Is lots of new stuff. There's going to be some new levels, a bunch of new enemies, and new levels, new enemies, new bosses, new music, a whole lot of new stuff. Still have a ways to go, but it's a lot of fun. And yeah, everybody on Steam has been really, really cool so far. It's been nice to like babysit the forum over there. Things feel like they might be going a little bit slow, but it's at the same time I'm doing it like a couple nights a week, so they're slow and steady. It's a slow and steady thing. I'm satisfied with that. Whoop. Yeah, it's got some good stuff in it. It's been, and the thing is too, it's like the first project that I've actually done, like the first like long project that I've actually done dev on myself. So it has some good features and some old features that, you know, I might know how to do better now, but at the same time, I don't want to do a whole lot of, I don't want to redo a lot of old work. So some of the old stuff is kind of just staying in for the sake of continuing on, but at the same time, the more of it that I do, the easier it is to roll that stuff into new things. So he's got a good, I don't know if he needs more than just like that pose to anticipate. Breathes in and out and rears back. Yeah, I'll just do the extreme poses first. And then get our big keyframes, and I can add in some in-betweens if I want. Yeah, at least it's not a mobile game. 4 megabytes, oh my gosh. That was the thing. Steam is like requires your minimum system requirements, and I'm like, the game installed is like 5 megs. It might be a little bit more by the time it's done. So Sick Acorn, it's not completely a solo project. I'm not doing the music on it. The music is all done by Robert Moston. This dude, BC Likes You. Let me grab his, oh, yeah, I'll take a little minute to plug his stuff. He's doing some game stuff on his own too, which is really nice to see. This guy, and he does chiptunes too, but he's doing the music. All the sound effects are just, it's all just stuff I've like fiddled around with SFXR and VFXR. There you go, man. Gifted the Howling Forever. I'm not going to raise the price on it either. It's just, I feel like for all the weird rough edges that it may have, it's a good first game. It'll be a better game by the time it's all said and done. So if anything, it'll just be more of the same if you already like what's in there. Yeah, I love BFXR. It's super handy. Beam. Doing his beam scream. Beam scream. That's not gonna, I have to do some stuff. Yeah, I'm not a sound guy, in any respect, and I don't really know what I'm doing with that. So I was, I like working with people, and usually I just do solo stuff because, like my time is kind of flaky, between like working 9 to 5 and family and stuff. I usually feel better not like holding people up by, if I need to like bail on a project or put something on hold for a couple weeks. But at the same time, it's good to work with other people, and you get you get all the benefits of their, you know, like specialties and trades without having to like learn it all from scratch. So I was like, all right, do I want to try and pretend to know how to make music right now? I'm sure it would be fun, but I'm gonna like lose so much time. I feel like it was intense enough trying to figure out game dev, so I feel pretty content working with Rob. He's a solid dude. There you go. He gets a little surly when he's yelling. He says, "Get off my lawn." He says, "Not in my backyard." Get out of here, you punks! You pumpkin punk. So he's gonna need to come forward now. Oosh. That's cool, man. I feel like you don't. That's like one of those things where that's always like the story. Like, can you believe this indie game dev did everything himself? This guy did it all. He did the art, the music, the programming, the this, the that. It gets some really good headlines, but also, you know, maybe you have to live like a monk for 5 years making your game without like any help at all, and it can be maybe it's a little bit better sometimes just to ship your game and get onto the next thing, and then like at the same time you get to work with some people that you appreciate. I don't know. I mean, there's reasons. There's no like right way, wrong way to do it. There's like a satisfaction that comes with ownership. Like, I did this. This was all me. You know, you feel good, but in the same respect, when it all comes down to it, somebody who's finding your project for the first time, or finding your work, I don't think the value judgment at face value is, you know, look at this game, this guy did everything himself. Like, what somebody's going to see the first time is just, look at this thing, it looks and sounds like quality, and then all that other stuff it's secondary. But it saves time, man. If you have somebody that you can like partner with on something, just like hire your friends to do some art or music for you. It's nice. Lets you focus on stuff like not knowing how to program a game and trying to pretend that you do. I need his arms off. It's like the movie Face Off, but arm off. I want his arms off. Arm off. Wonder if I could do something here. Keep it a little rough. Sure. Nearest neighbor transform is on. Whoops, big eraser. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, America. Making video games. big, crazy hands. Except his one finger looks tiny. Yeah, man, that second boss has some tricks. You gotta watch out for that bad dude. Nice, yeah. If I'm around, I will check that out. That sounds good.
Jimmy, listen. I know about the drugs.
Yeah,
I
dude,
know
programmer
about
art
all of
is
this, okay?
the way
Just need one
most
promise from you.
any project is going to start. Even the stuff we do at Workin' Man,
You'll never drink
we
alcohol,
a lot of the times, you know,
okay?
dev availability like queues up in a different way than like design availability. So then you've got, you know, a dev who's free, so they're not going to just not work on an engine. They're going to spend some time doing. They're going to spend some time getting it set up. You know, that's just what we do. And I feel like, and that's another thing too, like design with limitation. You make some good stuff. It keeps you lean. It keeps you a little bit hungry. It keeps you honest. You know. That way you don't. You don't overdo it, and then like give yourself some like disgusting, unachievable pipeline that is, you know, trying its best to be like a AAA something, but when you should really just be doing something lo-fi and achievable. Gotta wrap my head around this muscle thing. Yeah, design within limitations. It's a good thing. If you aren't assigned limitations, you gotta kind of self-impose some. Or else you go crazy, you do whatever, and then you'll never finish your thing. You gotta finish your project. Ship your game.
People can decide to become a Satanist, but it has to be in your heart naturally.
Da 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 da, yeah. Give his arm a little more chub. Yeah, totally agree with you, Mr. Acorn. That is the wise path. Yeah, because even conversely, you know, if artists and developers were available on day one, you don't necessarily want to spend all of your time doing a bunch of art, before getting your proof of concept down, or even too, like, you know, knowing a lot of stuff. You don't want to just jump in and start making visuals. Chestnut, what are you saying? I've been doing it wrong the entire time. Yeah, man, he eats pumpkin mans for breakfast. I've got other lean demons. It's good to have a big fat bad boy in the game. I like him. He can bring the pain. Yeah, he's probably gonna mostly stand still. He's gonna he's gonna stand here and breathe heavy, and then ba ba ba. I gotta put that. I should just flatten these layers. I can deal with it. Flatten. Boom, boom, boom. What? Blue demon time. I'm trying to get that face in there. That will help. Yeah, I'll do that now. Ba, ba, ba. Sneeze might move around too much. It's okay. Can't forget his little beam. Beam! Yeah, I'd like he should walk around a little bit though. That'd be nice. If he walked around, threw rocks at you, fired lasers out of his mouth. His mouth hole. Clear some of that pixel junk out of there. Whoop. Not too much. Good luck, Acorn. Essay. Just stick around and we'll help you write it. We'll help you write the essay. It'll be the best essay. Your professor is going to be like, interesting thesis, but it's hard to read when you do an essay completely in sprite fonts. Little formatting tip for next time around. I'm just like fumbling at the keys. Yeah, yeah, Twitch writes. That would be pretty good. Here's my 73-page treatise. Up, left, up, A, select, A, B, B. It's a commentary. It's a commentary on the state of education. He's gonna scratch his back. Now I've got an itch. Devil boy's got an itch. Kappa, it's new syntax, means paragraph. So good. Twitch essay get hype. Up, A, B. B. Alright. Move this hand around. In a little bit further. Sure. What do we got going on up here? Just a stroke here. Big blue. There we go. Hello. Straight pixels. Kind of looks bad. Yeah, keep poking it. I'm overdue for a beard trim. I keep drinking tea and I just soak everything up. Whoops. Shoot. There we go, Chestnut. You feel better about that? He's sucking his belly in while he's spraying out demon beans. Probably get a little more concave as he goes. Molto bene. Now that's a lean demon. This arm. I need to call up Monroe Hypnotism for some game development motivation. How do I finish my game? Monroe Hypnotism, it's so good. Flatten that layer again. Yeah. Ba. Yeah. Hills. That's okay, man. I've got the yellow pages. I could look it up. It just tickles me. It's super fun. Because there's so many hypnotism outfits in town. It's really important to differentiate them. Oh man, that's cool. Is that better? No. Yeah. That's okay. Jokers, man. I love joking. It's good. Healthy habits. Maybe a little bit rough in places. Oh, you know what this hand needs? It needs a little bit of that. Get it looking real palmish. This gauntlet is so much different. Make it a little bit bigger. Sweet. Add some more keyframes just for ease of previewing. It's not like he's going to be playing in sequence like that, but man, look at that kneecap go. Wobble, wobble, wobble. I'm sorry. Give him a couple extra frames. Yeah, man, it's a hotbed of hypnotism. It's like the hypnotism capital of the Eastern Seaboard. Everybody's roaming the streets, looking for a good, little dose of hypnotism. Alright. Got this guy good and cleaned up. He's gonna pull his belly in a little bit more. Chestner's gonna be delighted. He's gonna say, such a slim, fit demon. So trim. Trim and slim, demon man. Maybe just like wobble his jaw for a little bit. That might be nice. Whoops. No, that's right. On Monroe Ave. I love it. Oh man, I thought it was a county-wide thing. Yeah. Now that little line is bothering me. Sorry, Chestner. He's got to gain some weight again. On the pounds. That's not enough. Neurotic Twitch. Hi. Hi, Neurotic Twitch. Twitch alerts worked. So cool. Oh, wait a second. Here's a weird trick to get thin easy. I love those. Chestner, here's one weird trick. One weird trick to hypnotize your doctor. I wish I could just write those headlines. Clickbait magnate. Lol, one weird trick. Here's one weird trick to hypnotize your hypnotist. Whoa. Kim knows. I'm always looking for some weird trick. It's all I can think about. It's all I can talk about half the time. God. What's that one weird trick? One weird trick your podiatrist doesn't want you to know. Oh, little that dancing pixel. In a hypnotism loop. I used to have this. It's funny. That's like the poop going back and forth forever. It would be like this. Back and forth forever. Sorry, Neurotic Twitch. I turned on alerts. I've got the equivalent of a motion detector on my stream now. Nobody's gonna follow in here without getting noticed by the top dog. Top dog. Kablasto. What if he hypnotizes you into being unable to get hypnotized? Well, then he's going to be out of a job. Why would he ever do that? If anything, he wants to hypnotize people into being more hypnotizable, and also hypnotize them into forgetting that they were ever hypnotized. Thanks, Bureau Dog. You're the one person keeping upstate New York from falling into a grim hypnotic ruin. We're all going to lose our minds up here, thanks to your maniac friend. Might as well just give up. Just Just give it all up. What have we got left? I'm just gonna, as soon as I walk out of my door tomorrow, I'm gonna get hypnotized. What's the use? Oh, wait a second. He could hypnotize you into being more in love with cigarettes, and you never know. This is gold. Hang on. A gold mine profession, yeah. A cigarette machine in the lobby. Better yet, he could dress himself up like a giant cigarette, and you'd do whatever he wanted. You'd be... he'd have you clinched. Why can't I color that pixel in front? Help me! How do I unhypnotize this pixel? What the shit? God damn, what's going on? Some voodoo. Save my shit. That's so crazy. Guys, I got hypnotized. All this talk of hypnotism, I didn't realize it could ever come true. Brush, what the hell happened? Oh, why did... Sometimes this happens. You get some dumb brush settings turned on. No dual brush, no texture. That's crazy. I don't even need smoothing. Don't need any of that poison. The little pixel. Yeah. I fixed it, guys. I fixed it. I thought I would never make it. Hey man, it's a good thing this is all recorded. Thanks to the power of the internet. Your friends can listen anytime. Just tune into my channel. Yeah, clearing the nostrils is even better. Rip pixel. One weird trick your hypnotist doesn't want you to know. So dumb. What do we got? What do we got, Blue Demon? Oh. Maybe shouldn't get narrower jaw. Bop, bop, bop. I think he needs to make a big move before he does the subtle moves. Make moves. Whoops. But don't break your belt. Rah, rah, rah. Whoa. Accidentally wrecking my own shit. One pixel forward, 2 pixels back. It's a shame. Okay. Do a little seat adjustment. Maybe we're on the right track. Excuse me, let me just burp, feel gross for a second. That's cool, man. I don't know. How do you Do you have to be a partner to be able to make emotes? Can any Shlomo make an emote? What I really want to know is the one weird trick to make a Twitch emote. That's the one weird trick. You gotta be a partner. Man. They get you every time. Here's one weird trick to keep your subscribers guessing. That one weird trick. And it gets them every time. He's gonna close his eyes. He's so vexed. I'm a big demon boy. Maybe I'll make a fist again. Chestnut, you're really good at this. One weird trick to become famous on Twitch. Celebs hate him. Click this link for more information. That's so good. BBTV or Franker Faces. Sorry, Bureau Dog. I don't let people post links on my chat. It's just a thing I turned off. I believe you though. I trust you. I honestly do. You seem like a trustworthy enough person. Here's one weird trick to gain this trust of strangers on the internet. Celebs hate him. I love that. Celebs. What did the celebs ever do? Chestnut. That's good. Good job. Oh, he probably needs a little belt action. Maybe not. Oh. Click this link. Closed mouth demon. Yeah. He's excited. He's excited to make beams. He's like, oh, it's my chance. This would be cute too if he just like closes his eyes for a second. He's like, I'm thinking about this pretty flower I saw once. That's what I'm thinking about. This is good. Good productivity stream, guys. Great job. Thanks. Good. What happens next will amaze you. Kim, that's your signature line. What happens next? What happens next will amaze you. That little flower is really nice. This is good. I need to take a little screenshot intermission. Hang on. Snips tool. Shit. Where is it? All right. Snips. All right. All my shit got minimized. Whoop. All right, there you go. Yeah, the flower is a gift for neurotic Twitch. To like enhance the cuteness. You guys gotta stay on top of this. The cute. Sometimes it's nice to do something really cute when people don't expect it. Halloween Forever, Blue Demon, cute.png. Yeah, great, perfect. Yeah, that's funny. That's true. I never realized that, like, little emoticon is so simple. I need to play more Undertale. Cablasto just beat it the other day. We were talking about it. Alright, I'll put the flower down here. Maybe there'll be a secret flower garden somewhere in the game. I don't know. At this rate, I'm going to keep adding, like, secrets and stuff, and I won't be done with the game for another 2 years, but that's okay. It's okay, you'll have fun. Have fun doing it. Yeah, I do like Undertale quite a bit. I can't remember what happened. I started playing it. I think, yeah. I played it for about 2 hours, and from talking to people, I may not necessarily have to play it that much longer to wrap it up, but I will go back and give it a go. It's not the end. Oh, especially, I do really love and appreciate all the similarities to Earthbound and stuff. Or he could just do the cute face the entire time. That's pretty good. That is good. This will be nice though, because I want to have a couple, like, hidden Easter egg unlock type things. Yeah, I like this flower thing. I'm not kidding when I say it's a fun thing. Let me spend a minute on the flower, giving it a little bit more volume. Correct. There. Is it still a cute flower? It's maybe a little bit less wonky. That's the thing, guys. I don't know enough about, like, Twitch history that I don't really get these, like, emotes that are all faces. I'm sure they're all, like, famous people, and I'm sure, like, somebody is saying, "Oh my God, you don't know who this guy is? What a noob!" And it's true. That's good. I like the Illuminati. How do I make that go away? Hang on. I've got a treat for you guys. Damn it, where'd the Illuminati go? Click on it twice. You're gonna love this. I'll show you guys one weird trick. Here's one weird trick to spice up your chat. Do that. It's like a cute face. It's like the Illuminati pyramids got together and had a cute face party. It's so cute. Alright. Mandatory cute break is over. It's time to get serious. I'm trying to do work. Where are we? I get all these keyframes in here and I have to orient myself. Whoa. Boom. Oh, that was a little gross. Yuck. I'm trying to remember what I even had for dinner. I had a veggie dog and still eating this, like, panettone from Christmas. It's just been in the fridge. It's still good though. Oh, he needs that bicep highlight. Damn it. believe I forgot to make his muscles all shiny. Yeah, Micware XGR. I think the timeline has been. I'm trying to think. I think the timeline may have been around for a while. It's definitely in CS6. I'm tempted to open up CS4 to see if it's in there. But yeah, it's like a little pocket After Effects. Yeah, Angry Shrek. Guys, I messed up. I made Shrek blue. Ooh. Oh no. I messed up. I messed up my Shrek. Oh, you're talking about the cool orc emoji. That's cool. See, I would use that all the time. Can I copy and paste this? SM orc. I love orcs. Orc. Smork. Smork. I fucked it up. We got some Halloween Forever music. It doesn't loop very much. Smork. Smork. This is good. Dude, I got all these orcs. Nobody's gonna mess with me now. Yeah, I know. I screwed up. So bad. It's embarrassing. I do like that. Derp. They should if you type like 10 in a row like this, that should turn into like a battle wagon or something. That would be super cool. Man, I want to play Space Marine again. That would be a fun game to stream. I bet nobody plays Space Marine now. I love it, a Space Marine. Whoa, let me wreck my cable. I love it, a Space Marine. This is good. Anxious hands. Blah, blah, blah. I'll have to move his arms around a little bit. Cool raptor, bro. And creepers. Man, they've got everything on Twitch. Micware XGR. Thanks for the follow, dude. I feel like my my notifications might be a little bit funny looking, depending on what I have the color matting doing. Whoa, what is that? That's like a cool cat. It's literally cool cat. Damn it. This is literally cool cat. But you don't have to type anything before it. It just turns. No, you do. What the shit? Caps? Hang on a second. Learn to emoji, bro. Or GTFO. Emojis. Peace. Case sensitive. Yeah, man. That's the truth. Seldom has a truer phrase been typed. All right, I need some songs that are longer than like 30 seconds each. Let's get BC's album. So vibrant. Cool sloth. Oh, sloth, come on, bruh. No, it's cool, dude. I'm not being mean to you. Chestnut, you're a cool dude. You're like top 10 cool internet dudes. I have much love for people that are trying to do the art stuff. Doing the pixel arts. Cuz it's very familiar. Other 9 below. I don't know. Did I say you were number 1? That's a little presumptuous. I don't know. probably Kim is Electro and Kablasto. Those guys are my BFFs. They're Rochesterians getting hypnotized all the time though, so it's hard to compete. Yeah, look at that lady. Hi. Hey guys. This is good. Case sensitive. Case sensitive indeed. Hi. Anyway. God, stop having so much fun. Oh, look at his like thumb appears. What's that? Hey. It's good. I feel like I don't usually talk out loud to stuff that I have open, but you know, I'm always like thinking about it. Thanks, Chesner. I'm just having fun talking with some bros. Oh, you've got a blue demon too. That's cool. No, I'm trying to think of what else I need to do for this next. What else does he gotta do? He's gotta move his arms some more. Move your arms, pal. Come on. Probably move them up a little bit. Oh shit. It's hard not to have fun. This is like the tricky thing about, or like just the funny thing about Twitch anyway in general. Like if you're doing creativity or productivity stream, you know, the more engaged you are in just like hanging out with people, you get distracted. It's like you've got, I mean, how much work do you get done if you have like instant messenger on all day and you're mashing away at that? It's a strange thing. But it's also sort of the point, because there's like a degree of living in public and working in public that this kind of brings along with it, where you know, it's like, yeah, actively sharing. I don't know, it's weird. I think about it a lot. Well, there's this documentary that I talk about a lot called We Live in Public, and it's interesting. It's worth checking out if you haven't checked it out. But it's about this dude and a bunch of people around him who are doing all these kind of like media and social media experiments in like the late 90s, early 2000s, and they kind of preempted, like consciously or like intentionally or unintentionally, like forecasted like all of this stuff, and like Facebook being what Facebook is, and a whole bunch of crazy things. Just they were doing like YouTube back when they only had like Real Player and like other things, and it was like super shitty. Like you had less bandwidth, less everything, and but they were doing all these projects like before anybody was even thinking about this kind of thing, and now everything's just taken for granted. You have, Facebook, YouTube. Everybody is just talking about what they're doing all the time, and it's, like, companies are sifting through it and like marketing to people and kind of like snooping your data, and nobody really lives privately anymore unless you're just completely off the grid. There's like pictures of your family online, there's pictures of your kids online, all this kind of stuff that would be like incredibly strange and frightening. Like 20 years ago, it's all just kind of taken as a given now. And I don't know, it's weird because like it happened in the last generation that all of this stuff just switched over, where now people just kind of take it for granted. Like, yeah, I'm gonna tell people what I'm doing, or I'm going on vacation, blah blah blah. Isn't that so great? And you talk about it online, and then like years ago, people would say like, don't tell anybody because like somebody might break into your house while you're gone, and all this other stuff. And it's like even just like somebody has a Twitch channel or somebody's doing this, I'm doing this, and I don't know, there's like a weird level of like self-disclosure to it that like if you tried to explain this to it might just be like one of those weird generational things too. Yeah, Prairie Cabbage. I think I'm switching to Mondays and Wednesdays now. And maybe doing games on Fridays if I'm not busy or doing weekend stuff. Just for reasons, not any like one specific reason. Just I thought it might be good to break things up a little bit. My Monday Tuesdays were starting to feel kind of like a grind. I don't know. I'm ranting a little bit about the media stuff, but it's weird. It's like intrinsically interesting. Yeah, that's okay. Sorry I wasn't around. Sorry. Yeah, everything's kind of in flux a little bit, but it's all good. All good things. Just changing it up. It's not like I've been doing it for that long either, to warrant really needing like freshening things up. I think it's more just it actually happened because I was like Matt and we did a Death State interview with Indie Luchador, and afterwards we were just chatting about stuff. We were talking about Twitch, and I said, yeah, I'm doing like creativity stuff Monday, Tuesday, and just seeing how that goes. And he recommended to me that I do. He said like, oh, try doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday if you do anything, just because it'll break up your broadcasting times a little bit more. Like understanding that some people that would be around to watch it on Monday wouldn't necessarily be around on Wednesday and vice versa. So we cast a little wider net. So gonna give that a shot for a couple weeks. See how it goes. Toggle that visibility. Toggle that V. It's hard to visualize what's going on. Whoa! Just gotta close this hand a little bit. Snap. Yuck. All right. Hand looks a little bit busted. Fix it up, man. So Chastner's asking, when you're creating something from start, how do you really begin? Like I have this picture in my head and I really want to get into pixel art, but I don't know where to start. Probably, just sketching a little bit. Either doing, just if you start off with some shapes, you don't have to, these guys are like really full, like finished designs, but you can just kind of start just blobbing shapes together. And yeah, essentially it's just like you start real rough, you start real loose, and then you get more specific as you go. It's probably a good way to get it begun. And it's the kind of thing too, like I know even yesterday, dude, you were saying, oh, I don't draw this or that. If you keep doing pixel art stuff, even if you're not like holding a pencil, you might be holding a stylus. You can get yourself like a simple tablet. You're probably going to find eventually you're going to be doing some kind of drawing. And it could be simple. It's okay. It doesn't have to be super sophisticated, but you're going to wind up doing some of that stuff just by the virtue of just doing pixel art anyway. So whoops. You just do it step by step. No, unfortunately, man, I don't think there is one weird trick. The one weird trick is just do it over and over again. Over and over and over again. That's the weird trick about art. Is you just, or anything really, like programming, you just don't stop. Don't stop doing it. Which isn't to say you don't take breaks and don't give yourself, like a minute to be frustrated and angry at yourself for not getting it. That's going to happen, and you just have to just roll with it. But at the same time, you're gonna get better. Kim, you're right. Practice does make perfect. Except I really don't like the idea or the concept of perfect. Not to burst your bubble. But I think if you're worried about something being perfect, you'll never be satisfied. So you want to get it done. Yeah, man. Nobody's perfect. You got it. This guy's got it. And that's the kind of thing too. I know. I think I try to get more. Not like I try. I'm really interested in people putting more value into their work and not really like doing something and giving it away for free. And it's not about greed or anything, or it's not about like, I want to make so much money, blah blah blah. I'm gonna get rich making, you know, some crappy little small niche-y indie game that, you know, is hyper specific in its market. It's not about that, but there's so many. It's like a self-worth kind of thing. It's like if you're not willing to ask somebody and put like a financial limit on what you're willing to say require for somebody to have access to what you're doing, it's like you're. It's hard to explain, but it's almost like you're speccing your own work to complete strangers, and also too, that forms like a value judgment that other people will have about when they see your work and they say, oh, this costs X dollars versus, oh, this is free. And granted, like something that's completely free is, you know, a lot more shareable than something that costs a money. But I don't know. It's like it's like a psychological thing that I'd rather less people find out about my work and people never see it and have charged like $1 for it than something be completely available to everybody and their mother and I gave it away for free. And I've gone back and forth doing that sort of thing too in the past, and like I've done, you know, when I do comics or if I do a webcomic, I put it on my website and it's not behind a paywall, and you know, it's like that's inconsistent with the way I'm measuring value on something. So I don't know, it's weird. It's really weird. I think just art in the creative field gets really screwy when it comes to, you know, people in like the rest of culture not really understanding the value or worth of time of something that was created. And it's not necessarily their fault. It's not, you know, it's not somebody's fault that they don't get how much it's worth to do like an illustration or how much it's worth to do something. You know, my tablet's broken somehow. Trapped on the zoom tool. Keyboard stopped working. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, micware, that's a lot of it. It's, you want people to place a value on what you've got. There we go. And also too, it's okay that if somebody sees your thing and they say, no, it's not worth $1, that's okay, because it's, you don't need to catch every individual impression when it comes to getting people to see your stuff. Yeah, Neurotic Twitch, you're right on target with that. It's hard, that's hard to value too, because you talk about, yeah, I don't know. It's not like somebody's necessarily paying for all of like the cumulative knowledge, but you know, if somebody's making something, they don't start over at zero again every time. There's like cumulative merit to people and what they do. I don't know. Yeah, I think about this stuff a lot just because I know a lot of people that are doing interesting creative work, and everybody has like a stance on stuff. You know, like, oh, I don't want to charge anybody for this. I feel embarrassed or this or that, and it's okay. Everybody's like got their prerogative. but I think I'm always going to encourage people to put some, if you're putting something out, you know, try to, yeah, I don't know, it's like appreciate the time that you spent in on this, and you're not just doing like free gifts for the world forever, or else you can get into like a weird psychological space and you start like taking work on for other people for free, and then, you know, resenting the work that you're doing because you're not getting paid to do it, or resenting the people that are asking you to do that work, even if you offered to do it for free because you're doing it for free, so on and so forth. It's weird. It gets really weird. And I think just people need to protect themselves. As far as that goes. And it's not to say, too, that, you know, there's people like get mad at me sometimes when I'm talking about a topic and I say it's complicated, because it's like, no shit. It's complicated. It's super complicated. And it's not saying it to dismiss it, but it's complicated too because, you know, there are times when you do want to do something where you're donating your time. It's like maybe there's work for like a social cause that you're really, you know, impressed with or need to contribute to, and that's one thing, like outside of being able to throw money at somebody and say, here, take this money, please, and do this. You can donate, you know, your time to do good work, and there's a lot of value that goes into that. I'm glad you get mad, because that's why I'm here, dude. God put me on this earth to piss you off. Yeah. I don't know. If you want me to stop talking about ethics of payment stuff, we can always Skype it up and talk about real words. I won't even ask you to read me a creepypasta. It was so long ago. Mad excited. Yeah, let's all get mad together. What? Me worry? Mad. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of like good reading to do about it too. And it's the kind of thing too where a lot of people that I really respect and love their work, like Loco Molito does really amazing games, and he gives them all the way for free. And I don't understand it, but I think it's amazing. And I know it's the kind of thing too where, you know, a lot of people do that to the nth degree, and then people donate. They give the person money willingly because they're so appreciative of the work that they've done. But that's not always, you know, it's not always the same thing. I did read the new Berserk. I loved all the little witches and stuff. I love little witches. This guy needs one more yelly. Little yelling frame. Yeah, I don't want to spoil the story for everybody on the chat. Spoilers. Berserk is really good. It is good though. It's one of my favorite comics. For anybody that doesn't know, I've been talking about Berserk for weeks because Koblasto has been lending me the books. He's been spoon feeding me amazing comics, and I've been loving it. I've been loving every minute of it. Every demon-filled, insane minute. It's really good. Cablasto is like my comics senpai. I wake up in the morning and I call him up and I say, "Give me the comics, senpai." Yeah, Kim, it's really weird too when you're like the person charging for the thing standing next to the person that's like giving the thing away for free. And you're like, do I feel cool or do I feel like the jerk? What do I do? Rah, 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 rah. I should probably do a walk cycle for this guy. What time is it? 10:51. Oh, I'm getting so carried away. Assassin's Creed Italian. Assassino! Yeah, I love it. I find it's best to haggle prices if you're in a Persian market too. Hagglers. That's the thing. I don't think many. As far as like, you know, like Western market culture, you can't just like walk into any store and haggle. Like, hey, how about you give me a deal on this? It'd be kind of cool if that was the case. Let me rough in some walking for this guy. That'll be very nice to have, so we can move around a little bit. Let me see. A lot of the times I just do like the little foot slidey animation for big dudes where their feet just kind of go like. But this guy has. It would be nice if he actually did like a full. I think I can get away with like a six frame run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's pretty substantial. That's all right. This guy's so good. I'll probably reskin him a couple times. Give some extra horns. Could be some cool mini boss you fight a few times. You know, like they do in video games. You fight somebody a couple times. That's cool. Let's get the legs. Give me the legs. Think. Whoosh. Middle frames. Eyes that I have in the middle frames. That be maybe like the grimacing ones before he totally closes them. Probably. Yeah, he's a rough, tough demon dude. He's a big boy. Big demon badman. Yeah, this will be a 2 pass. This will take a couple steps to get right. It's always, yeah, Chestnut. Here's some like relevant stuff. So I'm trying to do this walk cycle, but I don't want to I don't want it to be too clean, because I'm going to spend too much time just fussing with frames and not working quickly enough. So I'm going to try to rough it in. So this is, it's not literally sketching, like the design is not done already, but I want to keep it pretty loose for now. And even then he's going to need some upward movement. Yep. Yeah. Secondary motion. Those frayed edges. I'll try not to be afraid to animate them. Ha 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 ha. That's a funny joke, right? You're too kind. You're too kind. Mike Ware. Sorry, just doing a little shoulder pop. There's probably going to be tons of crazy stray pixels floating around. I gotta clean up. Yep. Look at that later. Maybe not tons, but a bunch. Swing his leg forward, like so. Height. That's okay, Chestnut. Keep doing it. Don't stop. Keep making your cool guy. Yeah, the pink is just my. I just use this as like my little registration guy. Yeah, the background. I'm eventually gonna export this out as transparent PNGs, but you can see like the negative space, like in his mouth, like any of the interior black areas are gonna get filled in solid black, just so there isn't like scenery displaying like through his mouth and stuff. His foot is too tiny. Tiny foot, tiny foot, tiny foot. At least, I feel like I've done enough like pixel walk cycles that do start to get a little familiar. or similar. I'm not, and that's the thing too. I'm not doing like masterful animation on this. It's all really kind of pragmatic and functional. Because again, like I don't want to spend forever just on a couple characters and sprites. Because I've got a lot left to do. Yeah, man, PNGs. I love me a portable network graphic. So portable and networkable. You know they say diamonds are a girl's best friend. Well, they're wrong. It's PNG. His hip looks so funny. Like, doot doot, that is not perfect. I will make it better soon. It actually looks super busted right now. Maybe not super busted, I don't know. Cute little foot. I might need to change how I render his toes throughout, because those like double thick toes aren't really working in this view. DevTools, I'm using GameMaker. GameMaker and doing pretty much everything using GML. I'm only using like some drag and drop to like, I mean you have to set up like code objects inside of an object and manually say like here's my step, here's my create event. But other than that, I'm trying to do everything with as much editor code as I can. That is the plan. Whoa. Nope. Select inverse. And I've done enough. I feel like I've done enough design setup on a bunch of enemies that it's time to start programming some new guys. Get them in, because I want to start sharing some like substantial level content updates soon. I've only posted one update to the actual Steam build files so far, and that was the one that has the menus and stuff in it, which is good. It's good, but I want to get some more going in there. I'll feel better about it. Probably has a little bit of purple tunic behind his butt. Purple tunic demon butt. Probably. Yeah, keep it rough. Keep it rough, keep it simple. Now you got me turning my head back and forth like a dog. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. Not bad, not bad. He's got a little weight shift and bop. Some more like secondary stuff. Oh, look at his shoulder. That's funny. I'll clean that up. It'll be nice to get his arms moving a little bit in this too. Once we're a little more satisfied with where we're headed. I'm not sure if I'm going to finish this guy tonight, but he's in a pretty good place. This is a solid amount of stuff, I think, to have done for one night. Even though I spent most of it kind of going, wah? You know, Twitch chat emotes. That's cool, though. Part of it is I got really, I'm like very used to using like emoji keyboards and doing stuff with like our work Slack chat, and it's different. It's different, man. There's something different about it. Right, so this leg's gonna pop out a little bit. Pop, pop, pop. 1 pixel, not 2. Get that leg swinging around. Might be too subtle. Too subtle. Subtle. I said 6 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be frame number 6. So we need this foot to pop out again. Yep, he should be 1 pixel taller. Where's that foot grounded? Boom. Back a bit more. Wah, wah, wah. Man, I can't wait to sit down and read that Playboy article. I'm really stoked. Yo, dude. Form, I didn't stream Tuesday. I'm trying to, for indefinite future, I'm gonna try switching to Monday, Wednesday, and then maybe do some games on Friday if I've got the evening free. But that's like the big maybe day. So you didn't miss too much. Oh yeah. Death State got interviewed for Playboy. Do do do. Here's the link to the article. Look at that cool shit. How sexy is it to be in a spooky labyrinth? Find out today. It must have just gone published today. I saw Leffler was tweeting about it. and I saw the notification like right before I started streaming. Yeah, man, thank you. We are stoked. It's a very nice thing. Then you'll never see the sexy succubus lady we put in the game. You'll never see it. You'll never see it. Yeah, man, I am super stoked. Actually, it was the kind of thing where they got in touch with us and they sent us like a kind of like a questionnaire and we filled it out, and then I was thinking about it. I was like, I wonder what's gonna happen, or if that thing is ever gonna happen, or if they're gonna run with the stuff they sent us, or send us any like reply like, yeah, could you guys fix it or tweak it up? But we never heard anything back, and then suddenly the article is written. Dun 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 dun. There we go. A walking baby. A walking blue demon baby. Taking first steps. If by a sexy Playboy model you mean a sexy Google Doc, then yes. A very sexy Google Doc. Yeah, Chestner, you could tweet it at me if you want to do that. Let me make sure I've got Twitter open. Twitter.com. Twitter. Oh, people have been tweeting at me. I've been missing it. Yeah, man. Send me a thing. Send me all your pixels. You can DM me. I might take a look at it tomorrow because it's getting close to sleepy times. But if you want to email me too, feel free. Let me do this real quick. What do I do? I'm trying to click on a thing. Start the quote machine. Yeah, you could share Chestnut. This is a safe place. Nobody's gonna hop on pop and give you the internet noogie. Cool. I will not post it to the chat. Where is this? Dun, 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 dun. Sensei Bob Swaggett liked my tweet. Bob Swaggett. Twitter is so funny. Guys, Bob Swaggett. So good. There it is. I see it, Chestner. Taking a look. Look at that cool dude. Yeah, I like that rabbit, man. You can show it. It's a bunny with sunglasses. Yeah, let me bring this up. So Chestner, tell me what do you want to know? What's your question or your concern? Here's Chestner's cool rabbit. It's cool. This cool dude. It's like a cool cyber bunny. I like it. I'm favoriting it right now. It's cool, man. How to improve it? So one thing one thing I noticed, and it's kind of like an inattentive detail, but it's something that you can kind of try and watch out for, is like your pixel intervals. And I think, actually, yeah, I'm gonna pop open, just 1 second, on pixel art tutorial. Yeah. So I could probably explain this a little bit better with an image to back it up. So in the ARN pixel art tutorial, he talks a little bit about intervals, or like jaggy lines, this kind of thing. So like if you're checking out the banana example down here, you don't really have like doubled up pixels or anything. Let me zoom in. So this isn't necessarily a problem where you have like stacking pixels adjacent to one another, but there's one thing that, you know, the optimized banana curves has, and that's kind of like a good interval. Like if you actually literally count the pixels on the line, say here there's like 5 or 6, then say it's like 6, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5 as it goes back up the curve. If you're trying to make like a clean, even curve like that, you want to have sort of like regularly increasing or decreasing intervals. And like this section here, I'm like waving my mouse around it. This angle of the ear is pretty good, where you go like 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. If you made this more cleanly, like 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, that might help smooth the curve out a little bit. And also too, like this long line in the middle of like 3, 3, 3, like 5, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Just instead of making those peaks and valleys happen in those shapes, and like there's a little bit of it happening down here. It's like you can sort of like optimize your angles a little bit so that if you're trying to make something like a smooth curve like you have in the shoulders, you've got like a long line, then like 3 pixels, then a single pixel down the line. His jaw is pretty good too. It's just a little bit of like being aware of that kind of stuff and optimizing for it. And it's also too, like, you don't need to always do it. And if you only ever did that kind of thing, your stuff is going to wind up being, you know, maybe a little too smooth or like too mechanical. But eventually you kind of just get the feel for like, all right, I'm just freehanding a curve and building that out like that, versus say if I just had like a really fast, let me maybe like optimize it weirdly. Got some death state jams. So here, like in this line that I just made, I'm just gonna, whoops, draw like a couple little markers. This little guy, those single pixels feel like pixels out of sequence. Yeah, and also too, like if you're gonna try to do clean line intervals on curves and stuff like that, you're going to wind up, you know, tweaking and changing the shape of an overall design. You might get hiccups if you spend too much time working with line intervals, but you know, you're going to wind up doing little cleanup things like that every now and then, and eventually it becomes kind of just like you're not actively thinking about it. But you know, sometimes you want to do it. Sometimes you want to keep things a little more irregular because that's literally like the line or the angle you want to describe. And even too, this happens a lot if you're holding down the shift key to make your lines. Like Photoshop isn't necessarily going to give you a clean optimized interval. Like I've got like 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 1 2. There's certain angles that are just going to look better and render better if you build them in like a pixel for pixel environment. And it's the kind of thing too. This is very clean, just like a 45-degree angle. This is very clean too, and in between those, there are results that are less clean, but at the same time too, sometimes you need that angle to describe the shape that you're trying to do. Yeah, that's cool, man. I've never fiddled around with MS Paint. Some night, maybe the next night, if I come back to working on this guy, I do want to. Where's Chrome? Anybody? Oh, help! Sometime if you want to, I think we were talking about it a little bit last night. Sprite is good, and it's, I think to purchase it, it's pretty cheap. Where are we? I think it was like 10 or 20 bucks. $20. And there's a lot of features in there that I haven't even touched or messed around with. But they've got it, yeah, it's $10. And as far as it being like a specific tool for doing pixel art, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Let me learn the words. Bump, bump, bump. Quickly toss in some basic movements for his arms, because any down frame, he's gonna squish down a little bit, and that would be this frame too. So give him some bump. He just needs one more bump. One more bump, that's all he needs. You can barely see it. Maybe more extreme. An extreme bump. Man, I gotta play some Death State on stream too sometime. Whoa! Get the some director's commentary going. Inside the game dev studio, Death States. This is the part where we made the portals look like a glowing pink vagina. Yeah, watch me die. Watch me chain wipe. It's okay. I think my favorite character to play is the eyeball, just because of how glass cannony eyeball is. He's so fun though. He looks so good and weird. Did I put? Yeah, I will do some Death States someday. If only there were not so much work to do. But it's okay. It's not really a complaint. I love doing this stuff. Whoa. I think the plow just rode down the street. That was a scary sound. It sounded like thunder. Guys, I am scared. It's bouncy. Brawler. I love when people see the brawler for the first time and they're like, oh, this character's movement is busted. Wait, no. It's a feature. Help. It's so strange. Brawler does the punch. Little fist bump might be too quick. We'll see. Drop his head down. This might just look strange. We'll see. I'm really happy with how this song came out too. Mike added a lot of cool rhythm to it. Or wait, is it this one? It might be... I'm getting my tracks mixed up. But this one came out really good. Or no, it's when all like the weird whispering stuff ends. Yeah, the snare drums. Super good. I'm so happy with what those guys did with the music. Here's some funny Death State trivia for you guys. I think all of the boss yells are either me, Mike Burns, who's one of the composers and one of the devs. He did like a lot of the shader effect stuff, or Catherine, and she did a bunch of enemy art, and I think she did the art for the David Bowie, Betty Page, Succubus, Incubus, Demon King and Queen. I wonder if we should have a blink. I think this is one of those things where I need to have... Yeah, when you've got... Ouch! I've got ear pain from wearing headphones for too long. This is like one of those weird things that comes up a lot, I find, when doing game stuff. It's like if you have a walk cycle like this, and you have the walk cycle, and there's just like a blink in the middle of your walk cycle, and it's a short span of frames, it's going to repeat way too often. And you've got a character that looks like they're trying to get like some crap out of their eye. So usually what you need to do is you need to have like an idle or like a cycle without the blink, and then a version with the blink in it, and you switch between the two at some kind of like maybe like a random interval or at some fixed interval. but otherwise they get too blinky. So I'm going to save that down there so I can put it back in later. But I also don't want to be editing multiple like duplicate versions of the same cycle right now, because that's too much tedious back and forth. I'll save that for later. Ugh. What else do we want this guy to do? Well, if he had a little bit of arm wave side by side, that would be cool. Yeah, I think we can do that. We're on a roll. Probably should have quit streaming a little bit ago, but it feels good. So I keep working on this bad dude. Feels good, and we're making good progress. Ugh. That arm a little bit visually if I can. It's okay if it varies. Oh shit. Yeah, if it feels good. I'm doing it, Cobra. Jeez. Gosh. I'm doing it. Ah. Who needs a hypnotist when I've got all the motivation they need right here? Ooh, that's like a good time checker on like how long I've been doing this. Sitting in a cold basement, like my previously hot, warm, refreshing tea is now like icy cold. So cold. What are we doing? All right. Doesn't have to be perfect. Boom. Ugh. I have a couple shimmering pixels. That's okay. Bump, 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 bump. I wonder if his arm should always be like zigzagging, or if like one goes and the other goes. We'll see. Maybe I'll do that because I don't know if I want to. He might just look like a seesaw. Cobra GRW, what's up? What's cooking, man? Good evening, how are you? Good evening. Oh, actually, yeah, this is what I'll do. I'll have it move out to the extreme position and come back. Ah. Oh, what happened here? Okay. Let's see how that looks. Bump, 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 bump. That's kind of fun. Maybe... This good demon guy. Yeah, neurotic twitch. I do draw a lot. I don't draw as much as I don't draw as much as I used to. But also it's like I'm doing like digital. I do digital work all day, like on game stuff at my job at Working Man. So it's not. I don't do as much as I used to there still too. Like since I've been art directing, I'm spending a lot more time just helping other people solve their stuff and doing feedback and like bits of project management and whatnot. So I'm definitely not the best at art necessarily at the office. We have a lot of really good specialists and people that do a lot of good specific things really well. I don't know. Bureau Dog is right. Everybody does work at their own pace, you know. And it's the kind of thing too, like seeing other people work is cool, but it can be strange, and you get into weird like self-evaluation stuff. You're like, oh my god, that guy's using that brush. Holy shit! No. What have I been doing wrong? Why aren't I using this thing, that thing? It's not to make light of it, but I do it a lot too. I'm like looking at somebody's stuff and I appreciate it, and I'm like, that person's so good, and they start drawing all these like age and time and like effort put in parallels and things, and you can spiral out of. It gets a little freaky. Mid part of the upper left side arm looks a bit weird during walk with it splitting in the middle. Yeah, this. Maybe it's the shadow. I'll watch it for another minute. Yeah, form and bureau. You guys, it's again. It's like it's complicated answer. You know, it's very different depending on what people are doing. Smilodon. Yeah, this is one monster I'm working on for Halloween Forever. Yeah, it's because the rest of the upper arm doesn't move according to the muscle tone. Cool. Yeah, I think. So maybe it shouldn't indent on that frame, or maybe his shoulder should, like the meat of his shoulder should pop out a little bit more. This. No, dude, it's totally cool. I wouldn't be hanging out with you guys and doing this stuff if I wasn't interested in what you guys thought. That sounds awesome, Form. Yeah, if you guys, Form does a lot of interesting, you know, like effects and film work for horror stuff. There's some cool things. Smilodon, hi. Welcome. Yeah, neurotic Twitch. It literally is like everybody at their own pace, and yeah, you're reacting fine. Don't stress out about that. Killer tit muppets. Yeah, I can't wait to see that, dude. But I think, and here's, and Mike Ware is saying this is the beauty of Twitch. I did, yeah, the alert images, that's like their characters from the game. Here's the nice thing about getting to do stuff in this format. So we're sitting and talking, I'm working on stuff, you guys are hanging out, working on your things too, and somebody can see something and say, oh my gosh, and reply, and they think like, how did you do that? And it's like, hey, you got to literally see the thing happening. And but also too, like when you're just looking at somebody's portfolio online or somebody's blog and it's full of all the sick work, and you're totally separated from like the time invested that happened in doing the work, that's almost like the worst thing possible, because you see this amazing stuff and all you see is like, whoa, look at this amazing stuff. I feel like completely inadequate and it's driving me crazy. But like there's been like issues and tweaks and things, and trying to get like the muscles right on this arm, this, that, and the other thing. It's it's an imperfect thing. Yeah, Kevin, thanks for the link, man. Cablasto, the mod. It's definitely a process, Yeah, I think part of it is it used to really freak me out, and I think I just sort of it's to a degree of like tuning it out, but also just really trying to just kind of accept where you are and accept like the limitations, and also accept like the cool benefit of like I have figured things out and I have like made some gains as an artist. I'm not strictly where I was 5 years ago or 10 years ago. It's weird. I don't know. Yeah. Form, I hear you, dude. That used to stress me out so much when I'd see somebody who's like early 20s and I'm like, holy shit. Oops. But at the same time, everybody's got their specific interests and intents, and that's different. I don't know. Maybe those wide toes are okay. Bump, 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 bump. That third frame. Okay, I've been doing all this stuff to the first frame. 1, 2, 3. So I just probably have to just move the whole thing over a little bit. Give it a look-see. Oh, I got crap in my eye. Yeah, and this is the everything's kind of on broadcast, and I mean, I could have like a PSD crashing right now and be like, well, guys, I lost hours of work. Oops, that stinks. And that's just part of working in it. It's not always going to run smoothly or perfectly. Everybody gets to fail in private when you're working in like a room by yourself, or even too, it's like even if you're working in an office, sometimes you can like fail really quietly and nobody has to know that you lost 8 hours of progress or whatever. Not that that like happens a lot, but you know, sometimes you can do it, nobody has to know, but then sometimes it's just something you got to come back from. It's just speech mannerisms. Bump, 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 bump. Look at this guy. Big boy. No, you're erotic Twitch. You're not. That I wouldn't take that as like offensive in any way. You're just people always are gonna not be super perfect in doing what they do, and that's the kind of thing too. Like if you find somebody that is, you know, saying, oh yeah, I'm super pro, I don't do this, then they're probably cultivating some kind of like cult of personality, and it's hard to really measure that as a genuine thing anyway, because people, it's the kind of thing, if you're done learning and if you're done making progress by mistakes, then it's almost like you're kind of like done. Like, what's the point of, you know, like continuing, unless you're just gonna stay on like a happy rinse repeat cycle for the rest of your life until you retire. I don't know. Get a little imperfect fabric waggle there. What's Cablasto got? Some YouTubes. What is this? Dude, I love In Living Color. It was so great to see all those comedians get their start. I looked at it. I get your joke. And I take it. It's a good joke. Thanks for the joke, man. We can do what we want to do in living color. Yikes, that sucks. Sniffing in the basement. Hey, cool. Come on, bruh. Cool cat. There's so many good emotes. I love it. Maybe it's a good time to call the stream when my feet are getting cold. Thanks, Bureau Dog. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I'm probably done-ish with this dude. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give him another duplicate section over here. Do I have enough room in my sheet? Nope, I gotta make it larger. It's 1024. Do that. Whoops, what am I pressing? I'm gonna add the blink I'm gonna make them into a GIF and call it a night. Cause I'm pretty content with this walk. It's got a good dude walk. Just move that up. Oh, accept. Yeah, I did not. Let me delete that little horn top head. This is cool. It's not necessarily perfect. I wouldn't call it perfect, but I would call it good enough for now. Let me just make more frames. Gotta scooch them all the way off the canvas. Whoosh. There we go. There. Now he blinks every other cycle. Thanks, Chestnut. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Matt Casola. I mean, I've been doing Photoshop stuff for a long time, but I think I just sort of self-taught myself pixel art. You know, you look at stuff, you compare what you're doing to what you think you're supposed to be doing, and yeah. All right, let me see if I can make a GIF real quick. Big Blue, make GIF. Call it make GIF. Can I move all this stuff up there? Let me make sure I'm actually in a new PSD. Good. It would suck to lose everything that we did so far. We select contiguous, delete all our key colors. And this 96 by 96. That shouldn't. Oh, 72. Learn to math. Right, there he is. There's our big boy. Oh, I made a mistake. There's like one stray pixel. Just gonna fix it fast. Boom. Okay. So this is just for making GIFs and stuff. This isn't actually for stuff to go in the game. More messages below. Smilodon, it's I'm doing the art and programming it, and I'm working with a composer to do the music. Oh, hi, Dougie. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Try and... Okay, this is decent. I just want to make it larger. Oh, it looks so nice on the black canvas. Yay! That looks cool. It's coming to get me. Alright, anyway. Finish this up so I can go to sleep. Come on. I need to... First I'm just going to check my folders real quick. I want to make sure I really do have a duplicate version documents. Don't mind me, guys. Just going to fumble with my stuff for a minute. Big blue. Where's it? Big blue. Okay, that's everything that I want there. I'm always paranoid that I'm like trashing a good PSD. Yeah, man. Hopefully it's just the beginning. I like hanging out with you guys. Pray Cabbage, thanks for joining the party. If anybody's heading out, I'll be back again next Monday to do some more work on Halloween Forever stuff. And if I'm free on Friday, I might be couch surfing and playing a little Bloodborne. You never know. But no guarantees on the Friday streams because I might just be busy. Cool. I'm going to enlarge this. Let me. I kind of want to put. Maybe I should put like a little signature on this. Who cares? Too much effort. Save for web. And make a nice GIF. Loop forever. Oh, my favorite song. Bump, 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 bump. So few colors too. We did it right. We did a good job. No transparency. Save. Oh, I guess you could go in my Twitch alerts folder. I'm gonna have to make a new version of him if I want to include the transparency. That's okay. So many fussy little details. I have a folder of GIFs I was using for Twitch alerts, and I'll put this guy in there too. I don't know if they're even the same size. That's okay. Man, I love this friggin' waltz. I can't get over it. Where did I put Twitch stuff? That is... Yep. Oh, I have the PSDs in there too. Yeah, alright, cool. I'll put this guy on my tweeter. A very good gift to put on the tweeter. Yeah, I will put this one up there. I'm actually probably I'll record a video to put on Instagram. I wish you could stick a GIF on Instagram. That would be cool. Probably too much science involved. I should grab a screenshot of the whole shebang. Oh wait, who is around? Smilodon, I think you were asking about where this guy came from. These are like all of the Halloween Forever enemy sprites, I think, and some of the bosses. I think most of this stuff is in the game. A couple things aren't in there. And this is sort of like a messy PSD. I've got some layers stacking up, but over the last couple weeks I've just been doing a lot of new enemy kind of brainstorm stuff, and the big blue guy is the first one out of like the new crop of stuff that I've animated. So there's going to be some more things. I'm really excited for this like big skeleton knight. It's really funny too because I know I talked about this before, but he started off as this tiny little baby, itty bitty baby skeleton knight who's actually smaller than Pumpkin Man. I wonder if he's even up there still. Well, I must have moved him. But he's gonna be big and cool and tough. So I'm excited to do something with him. Maybe we can play as a skeleton someday. I don't know. That'd be cool. Yeah, the frogs. The frog guys have some animations already done for them. That was some of the first stuff that I did while I was streaming on Twitch. Some memories for you. But yeah, guys, this has been real. I really appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. This has been lots of fun. We got to talk about the inner deep secrets of hypnotism and do some cool animations. Let me find like a good goodbye song to share with you guys. Let's hit the BC tune again. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Hope you all had a good time. It was nice to meet all y'alls. Give me a follow if you want. We'll be streaming some more stuff in creative next week. Maybe playing some games another time. But yeah, it's been real. Indie Luchador! What's up, man? I am waiting. Oh, the big guy. Yeah. Dude, I did this guy for you because you inspired me to hang on. I'll open him up. I'm sorry, Indie Luchador, our timing has been so off today. Where did he go? Big Blue, make GIF. Here we go. So I got his walk cycle done. Let that run for a second. Kim, thank you for hanging out so much. I know it's past everybody's bedtime. Sleepy times. Here's the big dude. Bigger than he'll ever appear in the game. So there's that. But also, I only did that to make a GIF out of, but there's also... Here's his whole suite of animations right now. So he's got a little bit of like a standstill, like I'm pointing at the screen, like you can see me point at the screen. These frames here would sort of be like a back and forth idle, a ping pong. I hope, Kevin, I hope you look like Clockwork Orange right now. So he like does a little bit of like breathe in and out, and then he like winds up, and like yells out like a laser beam or something. I'm not sure exactly what his projectile is going to be. And then he's got the walk cycle with the blink every other cycle. Good night, Kimbo. Good hanging with you. Yeah, so he might be done. It'd be cool if he still had that like yank something out of the ground and throw it at you something. He definitely tips the scale as like some of the most animated enemy that I have in the game, but that's okay. This is the kind of stuff I want to have in there. Dash attack. Yeah, maybe. He might like just kind of stomp around and like try to bump into you, and then every now and then he does like a big vomit attack or something like that. He should probably be slow since he's such a big clunker. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. A lot of possibilities. That should be good. I would love to have like a couple quick moving enemies. And I need to have like the Halloween Forever Firebrand Red Aramer, like pain in the ass flying enemy somewhere too. So those niches are still open. Maybe the Scarecrow. I originally imagined him like flying around and like spraying fireballs out of his mouth. Throwing up bones is pretty good. That's that would be very fitting in the whole situation. Or maybe the flying, flashing skeleton. I still don't know if I'm going to put that guy in there. He looks kind of dumb. Anyway, sweet show and tell. I'll be back doing more art stuff. I'll be back doing more art stuff on Monday. And thanks, man. I really want to do something with the skull. I might just have to start animating enemies a bunch, and so I can dev a bunch of them at once and get them in. Yeah, maybe we'll just do a couple weeks of animation and level design, and then start putting some of these guys in. I like doing stuff in clusters, so I'll do a bunch of art, and then I'll do a bunch of code, and then I'll do a bunch of level design, and then I'll do a bunch of, you know, bosses at once, just because it's easier since I'm like changing roles all the time on this project. It's easier for me to like compartmentalize, like, all right, let me just focus on doing a bunch of this at once instead of doing like tiny little piecemeal things and always switching. I find that to be kind of frustrating. So we might have a good sprint of animation weeks coming up. We will see. Yeah, man, Luchador. I'm down. It's cool. I'm game. We'll have to figure it out. If I can easily get alternate characters set up, that's going to be, I'm going to be saving that for the next like kind of substantial dev chunk that I do. But it's almost like, why not put a ton of different characters in there? Because if all I'm doing is like switching out sprites and they have like the same states, the same mostly overall gameplay, they just like spawn like a different kind of bullet. I can see that being pretty easy. No, it's cool, dude. I like it. I like the idea. It's cool. I wanna include fun stuff, fun Easter eggs for my bros. But I need to go to sleep because it's late. I will catch you guys next time. Thank you for hanging out. It's been real. Check out Halloween Forever. Thanks for being awesome.